I'm Brian Vance, SportBikeTrackYou.com, and today we're going to talk about the different helmet safety certifications. Every helmet that is certified to be ridden in the United States has to be DOT certified. So we have multiple examples here. We have helmets that are Snell certified and DOT. We have a helmet that is built to DOT only. And then we have helmets that are ECE certified, which will then have a DOT certification as well. Without that DOT certification, you're not able to legally use it on roadways. There are exceptions to that with the ECE stuff. There are some racing organizations that will allow a pure ECE helmet without a DOT cert. I believe check all your local orgs, regs before you purchase a helmet and say, I told you it was okay. But I do believe I've seen that mentioned before. So those are the certifications that are commonly recognized here in the US. And for road use, it has to be DOT. I'm going to throw a wrench into the works right now and talk about Sharp helmet testing. This is something that is based over in the UK. It's an independent kind of government-sponsored sort of thing. They are purchasing helmets from retailers and doing a battery of tests on it. It looks different than the Snell or the ECE. It's kind of their own thing, and it is some pretty cool stuff. How does that translate to the helmets that are sold here in the US? Let me share that with you. If it's one of these that is carrying an ECE cert and not a Snell certification, then, in theory, it should be the same helmet they're testing for Sharp, which would then make the Sharp results relevant. If it's a Snell certified helmet or a DOT only certified helmet, there is a very strong possibility, and yes, I've done research, that the helmet they're testing is not the same helmet that is coming to the United States of America, thus making the results from the Sharp test kind of irrelevant. I don't know that that necessarily needs to be included in your research. So if it's Snell or DOT only, maybe you want to avoid the Sharp stuff. I don't know that it's a good measure, a good mark. The Snell test is pretty comprehensive. They have improved it, moved it along. It's a solid piece of work. There's science behind it, makes sense. I'm not here to argue about that stuff, but I'm just saying I don't know that the Sharp results are relevant there. Once again, if it's EC only, I think you could take a look at that and use that as a guide if you feel it's important and you choose to do so. Now, looking at the three certifications, where do they differ? Snell is building towards some double impact hit stuff, right? So the helmets need to be fairly robust to pass that. That's the path that they've chosen. Typically, the ECE stuff would be a little bit lighter, right? The tests differ just a little bit. End of the day, in my personal opinion, and once again, I assume no legal liability or responsibility for this. It's just my opinion I'm sharing with you. I think they're both good. I'd ride either one without a second thought. I think both standards, the core principles of each standard is going to render a quality helmet with the intent of protecting the wearer. And as we're covering in another video, more important than the certification or the materials used or anything else, how well does the helmet fit? And those tests talk about that too. So helmet fit is really the leader in helmet performance and safety. And now we'll talk just real briefly about a DOT only helmet. This is a $109 Scorpion helmet. It's a great looking lid. And there's a couple other brands that have those right around $100 that are DOT only helmets. Does that mean that they couldn't pass a ECE test or they couldn't pass a Snell test? The answer to that is no. It means they made a decision on a brand level not to subject the helmets to the testing because of the expenses that are associated with the test. All that does then is it raises the retail price of the helmet. I believe if you're getting a DOT helmet from a reputable brand, I still believe it has the ability to protect you. It's a quality piece because ethically, you take a brand, we use Scorpion as an example here, or even Bell, they have price point helmets like that too. I do not see those companies producing helmets they believe are subpar. They do their own impact testing. They're not going to put helmets, in my opinion, into the marketplace they know aren't performing. Doesn't make any sense, okay? Use that as a guide to help you choose which certification you feel has the most merit. And remember, this is also part of a multi-video series to help you choose the helmet that's right for you.